Is college a scam? We are told to go to college all the time growing up, and told it was the only path to go to find success and find good jobs. However, as of now, nearly half of college graduates are struggling to find a job within like 1 year of graduation. In this episode, we will dive through things like debt, outcomes, pressure, and the myth that college is the only path in finding success. Now, personally, I don't think college is a scam because like I'm going this fall, but I would say it really depends on the career you're going to. If you career you really want to go, you are sure, then go to college. If that career decries, like if you want to be a doctor, go to college. That makes total sense. If you want to be an engineer, go to college.
How about communications?
Yeah, even even a career that requires communications, go to college.
Right.
That's reasons. But for pretty much anything else, I don't know if you really should go to college.
Right.
Like, I'd say if you still are so confused on what you want to do after high school, then I'd say probably don't go to college because you might be forced into a career you don't like.
That's true. So what are kids supposed to do once they graduate high school if they don't go to college?
I mean, the kids are supposed to do, there are other paths, like you can become like, go to trade school, you can be an entrepreneurship or like an electrician. Like famous people like Steve Jobs, Mark Zuckerberg, they never finished college. They never had a degree, and they are so successful. Like Steve Jobs invented the iPhone, and Mark Zuckerberg invented Facebook.
And they both dropped out of college, right?
Yeah, both of them never finished college.
So what does that tell us?
That success is not determined by the degree, it's determined by how hard the person works and the intelligence.
Okay, so what is your opinion about it?
The reason why one person might earn less, in some cases, it may not be because why they don't have a lot of money. It may not be because they never had a degree. It's because they're lazier. Look, working hard is like key. It really depends on the intelligence and the success of the person on their college degree. So like a lot of people graduate high school and then they go to college and they borrow like student debt, and usually it takes like 20 years to pay off the debt. So you'll be in debt for 20 years, and for 4 years you spend over 100. But the problem is with this unemployment rate, college students are spending over $100,000, putting themselves on an average of like 20 years of debt, paying like $200-300 every month just to end up working at McDonald's.
Ooh.
Or fast food.
Yikes. So what do you think they should do? What do you suggest for your generation?
My generation to like only find a college on a job where that's impossible for AI to take over.
I think that's a great idea. What jobs are those?
Like jobs like being a doctor, because robots are very not that smart.
So I wouldn't trust my healthcare to a robot, would you?
Yeah, I definitely would not.
Yeah, definitely. Maybe surgery is good for robotics.
Yeah.
But just a regular doctor.
Yeah.
Some people use the internet to look up medical things. What do you think about that?
Some people use it to look up medical things.
Yes. They use it as their doctor.
AI?
Yes.
So they use it, and there's like, and they use it as like
instead of going to the doctor, because some people can't afford to go to the doctor.
Yeah, some people can't afford to go to the doctor.
So they ask Google.
So they ask ChatGPT or Google.
Yeah.
And we have things like online training courses which teach you how to work your job. We have things like, we have the internet nowadays. We can do online training courses.
Yes. What type of jobs do you think AI should do?
Like what jobs AI should do? Maybe very low wages.
Low wage jobs?
Healthcare, also things like electricians, plumbers, education management, and high-level creative roles. They're safe.
Okay, I understand that. What about the role of a CEO? Do we need a CEO, or do we need to trust AI at that level to make sure it's right? Because we pay CEOs sometimes millions of dollars when the workers are making nothing. Have
The
you thought about
workers?
that? The workers.
I mean, we should have like CEOs so that way people can be wealthy and
But that's only all. Do you think that the CEO should be paid more than the person who actually does the job?
no.
Okay. So we need to do a redistribution of
Yeah,
wealth.
like a redistribution.
A redistribution of wealth. Absolutely. What did it say? Other are some safe jobs?
Like what? They said about jobs?
Yes. What are safe from AI jobs?
What jobs are safe from AI?
Yes.
Yeah, healthcare, nurses, therapists, skilled trades like electricians, plumbers, education management, and high creative roles, because they rely on human empathy,
Mm-hmm.
unpredictable physical environments, or like critical real time judgment that AI cannot currently replicate.
Do you think AI could be a judge? I just recently saw a movie where AI, they tried to make AI the judge. So the person committed, they thought a person might be a criminal. They sat them in front of AI with all the information about the case, and AI was the judge. Do you think that's a good idea?
What if they'll find even the small crime very guilty?
Yeah, that's true.
Because ChatGPT is sometimes kind of dumb, and they usually, and it's not always right.
Very true. Tell me more.
Like ChatGPT is not always right. In some cases, information can be wrong.
Absolutely, especially sometimes
Yeah.
the math is wrong. But the version of ChatGPT that we regular people get is different than the AI that the government gets.
Yes.
And is different than the universities get and the schools. Okay. So let's go back now because you started this off saying is college a scam?
Yeah. So back to college. So the reason why people pay so much money for college, the reason why the college are prices, they're not charging you for like how the quality of the education. That very expensive price is based off the on-campus experience.
Yes, tell us more.
Like
What's an on-campus experience?
like campus museums, nice dining halls, nice luxury dorms, great campus museums, hike courses,
Fitness center?
yeah, fitness centers, a lot of fun stuff like maybe zip lining or
In college?
I don't know.
I bet you that some colleges offer that. So, do we pay for our education or do we pay for the amenities?
So, colleges actually price you based off their on-campus experience, like campus festivals, career fairs, like and so they're charging you for things like movies on the lawn, campus carnivals, or like silent discos. Their price is not based off of the quality of the education. It's not expensive because the quality of the education is great. It's expensive because the on campus is luxury. So you're paying that much money based off of the campus, of this useless campus thing, which has nothing to do with learning.
That's very true. That's very true, Yash. So, is there a way to go against that to fix
Like
it? Like,
go
what do we?
against it. Like when you value a college, when you're looking for a college, value the quality of education. Like
Right.
value the most and value it over the on-campus stuff.
Okay. How? So, talk about your experience because you're looking for
Yeah,
colleges
I'm
right
looking for
now.
college. I try to value the quality of education if they have any majors I want.
Okay.
And they also have a good campus.
Okay. So, you want campus amenity activities.
Yeah.
You want good activities.
Yeah.
So, you have to pay a lot more for that.
Yeah.
So, are you saying that you can get the same education in an Ivy League school as you get at a county college?
County college, like an Ivy League school? No.
No. Why?
Because like Ivy League schools are so good. Like
What's the average cost of an Ivy League school to go for 4 years?
Um, what?
What's the cost of an Ivy League education?
It costs between 85,000 to and over 93,000 annually.
Wait a minute. You're saying
Total
80
cost of attendance, including tuition, room, and board.
$90,000?
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
So that's a lot of money.
It is a lot of money, especially if you're not specialized in one of the things that we were speaking of, like being a doctor or an engineer or an electrician.
So the average price for a 4 years at an Ivy League is around 360,000 to 370,000.
Wow. That kind of sounds like a scam, don't you think?
Yeah.
That's a lot of money. Why do you think it's gotten so expensive?
It got expensive because like inflation's high. We're dealing with things like wars,
So do you think the war has a lot to do with
or
the
maybe
cost?
COVID could be the cause.
Probably all of it, right?
Yeah, all of it. COVID, things like wars, like Russia, Ukraine.
Right. Do you know how, that's another question, but I heard that they're spending $1 billion a day on this war.
Yeah, the U.S. and Iran.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah.
We can cut that part out. I was just thought about
All
it
right.
and I wanted
So
to say
back
it. Back to the scam.
So yeah, colleges can cost. It's like how much money does it cost to go to
A county college?
like a university, not a community college.
Okay.
So the average cost of a 4 year college tuition is roughly about a 47,000 for in state and public schools, while privates on average is 180,000
A year?
for 4 years.
Oh, for 4 years. I mean, that's better than the Ivy League, but that's
Yeah.
a lot of money.
That's still a lot of money.
Do you think
So with this job market, when this underemployment rate, you literally spend like over $100,000 20 years, and you're in debt for 20 years, and you're working at McDonald's. Wow, what a waste of money.
what is underemployment? You mentioned that.
Underemployment and unemployment are different. Underemployment means you're working low skilled jobs. You still have a job, but you're working low skilled jobs with minimum wages that don't require a college degree. That's different to unemployment, which means having no job at all. Underemployment means you actually do have a job, but you're working like very low skilled jobs with like minimum wages, and that don't require a degree.
Right.
And because you're not literally using your degree that you spent like over $100,000 for is college a waste of money these days? Or
Yeah. So for you personally, what do you think?
it really depends on the career. But if you want to become a doctor, nurse, surgeon, definitely go to college. It's 100% worth it because you need that.
Right.
And you'll get a good job.
But if you want to own your own business,
But if you want to like own your own business, become an entrepreneur and stuff, then don't go.
even for business skills?
Like, yeah, maybe for business skills, but for communication skills, if your job requires communication skills, going to college is also worth it.
Okay. Right. Do you believe in apprenticeships where you study, where you don't go to college, but you work with someone who has the job? Like back in the old days, they used to have people who, let's say you make shoes. So you then sit next to the shoemaker and you learn from the shoemaker. That's an apprentice.
Yeah.
Do you think we should do more of that type of
Yeah,
stuff instead of college?
Or has there been a growing trend in Gen Z like rejecting college for trade schools,
Tell me about that.
become an electrician, like average salary of an electrician. It's about roughly the average electricians. So electricians in the U.S. earn an average salary of approximately 60,000 to 62,350 per year. So yeah, you can be successful without a degree.
Did you say 600?
Yeah, like about 60,000.
Is that a lot?
I mean, that's still quite a lot per year.
Well, ask ChatGPT, what is the average income in New Jersey?
Okay. So in medium households, the average income in New Jersey is the medium households income in New Jersey is about 96,000 to 100,000 per year.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot. So New Jersey is really expensive.
New Jersey is a very expensive state.
You're absolutely right. So if you go to college and you graduate and you're only making $60,000, but it costs $100,000 to live in the state you live.
What? That's definitely a scam. You definitely shouldn't have gone to college.
You definitely.
And like, look, the reason why why there's so many people choose to go to college, not because they want to, that's what they were literally told growing up. When we were growing up, all the adults in life says go to college, and they'll say stuff. College, if you don't go to college, you will be homeless. You won't have good food to eat. You won't live in a good house. You won't. Now, nowadays, most people who go to college don't even know why they're going to college.
That's difficult.
And the problem is that if these people are too pressured, they might go to college and they still might not know and choose a random one because they don't know. And then they might end up in a career that they don't like.
That's a good point. That's a really good point. What would you tell somebody who's about to do that?
So I'll tell something that if you still have no idea what you want to do after like high school, if you're if you still have no idea what you want to do after high school, you're still like struggling what you want to do after high school, you can't find, you still have no idea what your career is, then you probably shouldn't go. Maybe take a gap year, find some work experience.
What's a gap year?
Like maybe get some jobs, like maybe work at McDonald's, right? Take a gap year is when you take a break.
Okay. Have you thought about taking a gap year?
No, but I used to thought like one after graduating high school.
Okay.
But I plan on going to college this fall.
Okay. Do you know your major?
Majoring in computer science, or I guess biochemistry.
Okay. So you want to be a chemist?
Yeah.
That's pretty amazing. Good for you. That's going to be hard. You definitely need a college education for that.
Yes.
Okay. Are you looking at NJIT too?
Yeah, NJIT?
The university. I'm going to pause for a
Yeah,
second.
New Jersey Institute of Technology.
Yes. Action.
So, college is not a scam if you know exactly what career you want to go after high school, and that career requires college. So go there. You'll be successful. But it is a scam if you still have no idea what path you want to pursue. You have no idea what job you want, what career you want. Don't go to college then if you don't know what career you want. Take a gap year. Try some like minimum wage jobs like fast food, and then try every job you can find. And if none of those jobs are good for you, then go to college.
And you'll have saved some money. Final words?
So, whether college is a scam or not, that depends on what you want to do after high school. I hope this topic will give you more information on if you're graduating high school and what you want to do, and hopefully you won't end up in the wrong path and work at McDonald's after graduating. But yeah.
But it's okay to work at McDonald's.
Okay.
Is it?
But it's okay to work at McDonald's. But anyways, yeah, hopefully you don't end up in that situation like that. But anyways, thanks you for watching today's episode of podcasts, and we'll see you next time. Bye.